Évariste Galois, 1811 to 1832, was a brilliant mathematician and politician who lived a brief, turbulent, but productive life. Outside of Paris, in the town of Bourg-la-Reine, he was born. His mother used to instruct him in the classics and religion until he was 12, and his father Nicolas Gabriel Galois, 1775 to 1829, served as the community's mayor. His mother also imparted to him her skepticism and taught him Greek and Latin. This demonstrates that his love of mathematics was innate rather than inherited. What do you know about the mysterious French mathematician who died at the tender age of 20, leaving behind a legacy that would shape the very fabric of modern mathematics? Welcome to the Hallmark History channel. Today, let me introduce to you the young enigmatic life and genius of Évariste Galois, whose contributions to algebra and group theory have had a profound impact on our understanding of the universe. Join me as we uncover the fascinating story of a young man whose brilliance continues to capture the imaginations of mathematicians and lay people alike, and whose tragic fate has left us wondering what other contributions he might have made if only he had more time. He had a remarkable talent as a teenager for mentally formulating answers to challenging puzzles without focusing on the details or intermediate steps. He started to become seriously interested in mathematics when he was 14 years old. He enjoyed reading Joseph Louis Lagrange's notes on algebra and Adrien Marie Legendre's beautiful geometrical work, and he quickly mastered the material. He was inspired by both of these pieces and considered them to be works of art created by talented mathematicians. His fascination with research began to affect his performance in class. When he finally enrolled in the school, his teachers described him as freakish but brilliant. He picked up advanced mathematics books early on and started making his own discoveries. But because of his restlessness and impatience, he struggled to articulate his ideas to others in a way that made sense to them. He was undoubtedly a genius for revolution, but unlike other extraordinary people, his path was never easy. He also used to send his writings to eminent mathematicians, but they couldn't understand them. The French Academy of Sciences never considered any of his ideas. Siméon Denis Poisson, 1781 to 1840, the greatest mathematician at the time, was unable to comprehend his thoughts, perhaps as a result of his illegible writing. In February 1827, Galois' life underwent a major change. He signed up for his first math class with Vernier, who made positive comments about him as follows: "He is dominated by his love of mathematics, so I believe it would be best for him if his parents would let him focus solely on this subject. He is wasting his time in school by torturing his teachers and punishing himself excessively." At age 17, he met Louis-Paul Émile Richard for the first time, a teacher who had the guts to value his intelligence, 1795 to 1849. At the school Louis Legrand, he used to instruct advanced mathematics, mathematiques spéciales. Richard was a talented and honorable man, not one of those conventional types. He wanted to share every bit of his wisdom and abilities with his students. He immediately understood what had ended up in his possession. Galois was referred to as the Abel of France by him. He undoubtedly said that this student should be admitted to the Polytechnique Institute without testing because of his exceptional abilities. This pupil has a marked superiority above all his fellow students. He works only at the most advanced parts of mathematics, he wrote in his remarks after awarding Galois the first prize. He was so young when the unfortunate events in his life began. He attempted to enroll at France's École Polytechnique, a highly esteemed and selective institution, but was turned down. A bitter political disagreement between his father and the village priest led to his father's suicide. The loss of his father profoundly affected Galois, and it had a significant impact on the course of his life. He reapplied to that institute but was again rejected. He then enrolled at École Normale, a less esteemed institution, where one of his math examiners reported, "Although this student occasionally expresses himself incoherently, he is intelligent and demonstrates a remarkable spirit of inquiry." Later, because of his Republican activities, he was also expelled from that place. He was detained on several occasions as a result of his political activities, but he never stopped working on math problems. He attempted suicide while incarcerated in St. Pelagi prison by stabbing himself with a sword out of desperation for his pathetic existence, but his fellow inmates intervened and stopped him. Then, while drinking, he overflowed for the first time. "My friend, do you know what I lack? I only confide in you because it's someone I can only love in my spirit. Do you hear me? I lost my father, and no one has ever been able to replace him." He got into a duel on May 30, 1832, but it's unclear why. It could have been because of a woman, or it could have been a trap set by his opponents. For those days, it was not an unusual occurrence. At age 20, he passed away after losing the duel. He wrote a lot of letters the night before the duel out of fear that he might pass away. He scrawled, I had no time, in the margins. A few of them were addressed to his political allies. The best mathematicians at the time, Gauss and Jacobi, were to receive his compilation of mathematical discoveries, which he sent to his friend with the request. The manuscripts for those letters were lost for more than 10 years before they were discovered by mathematician Joseph Liouville. After several years of research, Liouville published an article in the Journal of Pure and Applied Mathematics that clarified Galois' ideas. But the rest of the mathematical community still didn't see the significance of the work. It took another 24 years for someone to fully grasp and articulate his thoughts. That intellectual was Camille Jordan. In actuality, he published a treatise in 1870. It was determined to be sufficiently well written in terms of substitutions and algebraic equations, which undoubtedly strengthened Galois theory. Furthermore, the Galois theory wasn't given its current form until 82 years later by renowned Austrian mathematician Emil Artin. Artin deserves a standing ovation for comprehending and developing some of mathematics' most exquisite and perceptive theories. That a 17-year-old can advance this far is incredible. He solved a 350-year-old puzzle when, while still in his teen years, he was able to identify the required and sufficient circumstances for a polynomial to be solvable by the radicals method. Everyone in algebra uses the corresponding formulas to solve linear, quadratic, cubic, or quartic equations. Does the same pattern also apply to stronger powers? He came to the introduction of the new theory of groups while on his way to investigate the answers for the polynomials of degree 5. He demonstrated that there are no such general formulas for higher degree polynomials. His theory offered an answer to the age-old conundrum of when an algebraic equation can be solved by radicals, a solution containing square roots, cube roots, etc., but no trigonometry functions or non-algebraic functions. Galois thus introduced a novel branch of mathematics. Niels Henry Krobel attempted that problem a few years back independently with a different approach. The Abel-Ruffini theorem, which states that a general polynomial of degree at least 5 cannot be solved by radicals, was greatly generalized by this. Galois was able to arrive at this general proof by examining the structure of the Galois group, which is the corresponding permutation group of the roots. He was the first to use the term group in relation to contemporary mathematics. A Galois group explains how to jumble the polynomial's roots while still maintaining the algebraic properties. His strategy was also used in other branches of pure mathematics. As a result, it was finally possible for the entire world to learn that Galois had, in fact, solved the most significant algebraic problem as a teenager. Despite his short life, Galois' legacy is far-reaching. His work on group theory has had a profound impact on the development of modern algebra and has applications in a wide range of fields, from cryptography to physics. His life story is also a testament to the power of perseverance in the face of adversity. Despite the many obstacles he faced, Galois never gave up on his pursuit of mathematical truth. Galois' life also underscores the importance of the intersection between science and society. His political activism and his mathematical genius were deeply intertwined, and his ideas were shaped by his experiences and beliefs. His story serves as a reminder that science is not a detached pursuit of knowledge but is deeply embedded in the social and political context in which it arises. Galois' life is also a cautionary tale about the dangers of political extremism. His radical political beliefs ultimately cost him his life, and his premature death robbed the world of a brilliant mind. His story is a reminder that the pursuit of social justice must be balanced with a commitment to reason and moderation. I want to extend my sincere thanks to each and every one of you for taking the time to watch this video and have a glimpse into the brilliant mind of this teenage mathematician who revolutionized algebra and group theory, and whose contributions continue to shape our understanding of the mathematical universe. Please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe to my channel for more thought-provoking content about historical figures, science, and beyond. Keep exploring the wonders of the universe around us.